Welcome everyone. We are back again today for another daily teaching. Day 20. The night before. Bring an awareness to the soul, the journey of the soul. And this is me looking through the eyes of the soul as a spiritual being. So we're now getting used to knowing our soul, which is love. The choice to be in love every day. Start from love, end from love. And whatever takes place within your day, you was there to witness it, to learn, to let go, to reflect, to express. You are the messenger for the day, the disciple to your soul. And I've shared the Holy Trinity, Son, Holy Spirit, and the Father. And the Son of God, we are children of God. And the soul is our inner child. It's the inner sense. The curiosity from the child, questions. Curious questions. And a lot of the time, very unsatisfied with the answers. So the inner child, the Son of God, the little soul. And this is a soul mastery. And I always used to find it very awkward in my job when I asked people, what did they do? And they used to give me every label of every position of all these things that I've never heard of in my life. It was just awkward as soon as they opened their mouth and told me their role. The next thing back from me is a face expression of confusion. And then asking, tell me more about that then. What's that then? Asking questions with no interest of what the answer is. It's just not a truth. And someone asked me the other day, what do I do? And I could have answered that question in so many ways. And I then brought attention to how it would be received. I am a researcher. I am a messenger. I expose evil. I go after human traffickers. I'm a soul coach. I'm a soldier. I'm a knight's guard. And all these roles, this is what I do. And a soldier has a label of what we assume a soldier is. But we're in a spiritual war. And I realized all these roles was all from the soul. As I'm remembering who I am and stepping into my roles for truth. It's all about standing on truth. And now I feel like I'm doing work for God. There's this war going on dark and light. And the journey's been so interesting for me, connecting the dots to my life and everyone that has entered my life. I see a lot of connections of a dark, evil world. Again, blinded by the lights of life, too asleep to even notice. And without the experience, when you break through labels, when you stop playing the roles and you are truly free, you see all of creation. So the Son of God is still the Son. And you raise with the sun each day. The mind can choose to go with the truth, or it has to wait. The weight of the inner body. The soul's gone traveling. And I was thinking, all these roles as the soul is like going to Scouts, where you get a different badge for every time you master. And find a knowing within that experience. So then I've been playing around with the moon and the sun. Rise with the sun, we go with the soul. And because time is an illusion, we even say day by day. If we're showing up each day, that's growth for the soul. So the night before God, the night comes down, your soul turns into a night. Awaiting God's arrival. Ahead of God. And if God is the Father, proud of his Son, so have you ever been given permission to go and do something that you know you deserved, yet you still was unsure that you was allowed to go? And usually we can go back to as kids, when you're allowed to stay out later. You're allowed to go to that party. You are allowed to get that pet. You're allowed to get those new shoes. And it's that excitement that you are allowed. The excitement comes from the work that you've done. It's knowing that this is what you deserve. And you've been recognized. Freedom. And it's that feeling of, really? Me? I can go? And there's an extra excitement that you're about to step free. So it's the same when you learn to drive an instructor. In my case, I had my mum and dad in the car, so I failed 3 times. And I remember passing, and my dad was cheering in the car. And I remember getting in the car for that first time. I'm driving, I'm on my own. It's my way or the highway. So if it's not my way, my truth, the highway is the high life with God. It's that energy that I spoke of, that love present, that collective. In that collective, you learn your way to the point where you are one with God and you take the reins, knowing that you are God. And if it's yet to take place, from the highest perspective, you put it out. You become the director. You keep that flow going. So you come down as a knight in shining armor. And you wake up, you've been knighted. You're now a sir, royalty. And because you are a sir, it's from all your service. And then you leave the day feeling like a king. Christ is King. And then we continue that flow, and this is where you build your army, your spiritual army, your past life souls, all the roles that you're playing now in life, roles of the soul. So because now you're a king, you need your guards. The knights train the guards, the king's guards. And because they get up ahead of time, ready to go, planning far ahead. And that ahead is of truth. It's an energy. It's a creation. And if you create it in flow, you know that it always comes back to God. Yet each day you show up, there's a new way to your soul. A way new by your soul. And it's like you've all grown up as the soul. To a knight, to a prince, to a king. From that inner child, you turn into an adult tree. The roots from your soul into an adult tree. And just by becoming an adult tree, free, standing on your own, they call you a sinner. They say you're doing wrong because you've gone against the grain. Your way, the highway. And think of a tree the way it connects. Over the top of the roads, all underground. And over time, it moves concrete. It moves mountains. It stores information. So much more to the tree. The evolution of the tree is the evolution of your soul. So creating your army ahead of the game. So now all grown up, God allows you to pave the way. You're created in God's image. You've now followed his footsteps, step by step. So going beyond meaning and just connecting with the light. The light is your soul, the speed of light, the night before and the night after. Always the protector, the guardian of your body, the gatekeeper of your mind. Soul position. You first. And you know you're in God's space every day. Because you got ahead of the day. You've seen it ahead of time. Before the mind. Before the physical experience. A spark from the divine. So your soul, the roles of your soul, a messenger of the truth, the keeper of lights, the self-healer, the smile from your soul, the uniqueness to your energy, one of a kind, one kind soul. And that's the feeling of truth. And now you've found this place. It is as simple as a choice. Anything that's not this feeling, if it does not feel right, something feels off, pay attention. Pay attention. The signs are so clear. Even physical symptoms. Yet we now need to go with that feeling. Follow through with that feeling. God is with you in every moment. Your knights, the king's guards, you are the king. All of the perspectives, all of the lights inside your body. Your body loves you. The container of your soul. So the choice is yours every day. And then as we show up in this place each day, the roles of the soul. What's my role today? And the human experience at times will get you down. Staying in bed is fine. Alone by your soul. The fear of missing out, FOMO. First word is fear. If you get invited out and you really do not go, there's not 1 inch of you to say, just go. Even though your mind says, I haven't seen them in ages, I should really go. There's no feeling. That's a no. And look out for the signs. The power of 3. 1, that caught your attention. 2, that's rather interesting. It has your interest. And then 3, that'll be a confirmation. And the warning signs will be so loud, so clear. And that will only happen if you've missed the signs. When you look back at every moment of distress, if you go the night before, the night after, you will link so much together. And you missed all the signs. And I'm sharing this now from personal experience. I've seen evil, I've been around evil, and I've met clever criminals. And when we find out the spiritual world, these are the gatekeepers, the witches, the warlocks, the wordsmiths, the magicians. They operate without physical touch. All contracts through the word, and they trick you into contracts, entering agreements, allowing them to enter your space, your details, your passwords. And this whole silent war has been taking place for a long time. And I'm going to connect you a big part of my story to show you how crime, evil is all connected. And I can connect the dots to pretty much everyone now in my life, and they keep connecting. And when you're in God's space, God's children know. Look out for the signs are from God's children, technology, creation, nature, and then from the light. All sons of God. So you're always protected in that love space. And the warning signs would be so clear within the body. I've had people chasing me down around the world. I was set up with a plan for them to shoot me. Arizona. And I realized that loads of things were not making sense. And then my dreams were showing me that a woman I lived with looked like a devil, saying, "Stay, we want you to stay, Harry, stay in the house." That was a dream. And it felt strange, it's like they needed me there. And then my passport had just arrived, which my post was going missing all the time. So I got my passport, and this morning, the alarm bells went off. The alarm bells was my heart. Get out. Grab all your things. And this alarm went off. I'm like, they're going to take me out today. This is the day. And I managed to get out, left a lot of things. And there was a bit of scaredness. It threw me off guard because I didn't realize that there was evil like this in the world. And my confirmation come later that day where 2 men were sent where I was supposed to be. But that big alarm bell early on in the morning, first thing, get out. And when I look back, there were so many signs that I wasn't paying attention to. It felt like a movie night, can't be real. Yet it was all connecting. So I've used this ever since now. Anything that feels uncomfortable to that level, and you will get moments. Stop talking, get out. Why are you still choosing to be here? And then it's a bit higher. I had this another time. Very, very odd time. It felt like the weather was raining on purpose, especially where I was and the season. It just kept raining, which was a sign for me, stay indoors. I was then in a coffee shop, ordered my food, and the fire alarm went off to this building. And something said, go back to your apartment. Go back now. 2 days before that, the cleaner was coming into my room as I extended my stay. And this cleaner, I was friendly with each day. And 2 days before the fire alarm, they said, go back home. This voice. She said, can I give your number to my son? He needs help. And she started writing the number out, and it was 999. And she stopped at 9. And I just looked at it and I said out loud, that's God's number. Also, it's another number used for emergencies in the UK. She stopped at the last 9 and underlined it and looked at me and said, I can't remember the rest of the number. I'll give it to you later. And something went through me. She's warning me. I decided to stay in my room for 3 days. Didn't come out, planned it all. 5 knocks on my door over the 3 days. No one should have been there. And then I left the next morning. And I look back and I know what the connection is, which would be another part of the story. Plant medicine. a network around the world, a criminal enterprise. So I've shared these stories, one because it was at a moment where my life was in danger. And looking back, I can confirm all of this, but the warning signs were that loud that if I didn't pay any attention to that and had a reunion with God, He would have said, I've been sending the signs so much. I screamed at you in the morning, get out. I said, grab your things. That was me. It was so clear. And love is so clear, as I've said a few times now, which means any fear is not the truth. So the most dangerous of places that you can be in, God will let you know, really let you know. And every bit of ego, God will let you know, because it's not that feeling. Any doubts, any uncertainty, any conflict, make sure that you're in that stream. Bring in the night, rise with the sun. Become the king, ready to serve. Listen to your soul. Tune in to your body. Your soul speaks through your body, feelings. And allow the experience to take place, and then comes the mind. Ask in your soul. And the signs become so clear, and you will see all the gifts that are left for you each day. You truly are the creator. The light stays on. This is the journey of your soul. So it'd be great to read what comes up for you. And I'm going to ask you to go back now. Times where you remembered, God, that was a close call. That was a strong urge and I went with it. I'm so glad I did now. Or the opposite. A decision you made where you knew it was wrong. With other guys, with other women, you knew. You thought you could change things, but you knew. That was your soul all the time. The mind tries to swerve, but you knew. So go back and see if you can recall a time. What was the lesson? What was the teaching? And then that confirmation, God, with you at the wheel, taking God on this journey, remembering thyself as one. It'd be great to see what comes up for you, and I will see you all very, very soon.